Local Women Magazine presents Local Women Podcast, the show for things that matter. Keeping an Eye on It podcast from Local Women Magazine.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Local Woman podcast called Keeping an Eye on It. And today, girls, let's keep an eye on it. Right, I'm here with three fabulous ladies. I've got Cara McGillion, singer, songwriter, my mate. I've got the gorgeous Jane. Hello, Jane.
Hello there.
Jane is the writer, best friend of Margaret Thatcher. Well, they were kind of
really.
friends. They were
Not really.
They were kind of friends. And then I've got Roisin, who is a CEO of Complete Care 24. I love people who are CEOs. I'm never going to be a CEO.
You're not that close to it.
No. I just like to put that to bed right now. No, I'm not even nearly a CEO. Why do you have a microphone like you're about to start singing? Because you are a singer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about? Right, yes, this is what we're talking about, girls. It's wedding season, so I've been writing in Local Woman and it's wedding season. I love that. Everyone's faces is like, oh. No, it's wonderful. All of the young people are getting married. It's really good. Dress season,
Excellent.
right? So it got me thinking about in-laws. Do you have to be friends with your in-laws? Now, I'm in a very unique position. I've been married twice. I really liked my in-laws both times round. In fact, my second husband, my most recent ex-husband, I actually prefer his sisters to him. I prefer the sister, I mean, he's fine, like he's grand, right? But his two sisters, love them. Yeah. His parents, great people. So whenever we got divorced, I kind of got them.
Yes.
But I know that's quite rare. So.
And are you still?
Yeah. I really like them. Yeah, they're really nice people. They're great people. But apparently people don't like their in-laws.
Well, on the question of, I love my in-laws. On the question of, do you have to be friends with them? It's easier if you are. I have been through not friends and friends. Me and my husband have been together for 15 years. A million ups and downs. Yeah. They obviously, will take his side and.
I love when you said 15 years, like you've been sentenced to 15 years in jail there.
I was saying to Jane outside, and it's totally off topic, but it'll maybe just describe me. Women were not meant to go through menopause and raise toddlers. Sorry, they weren't. And my husband is just in the background.
You're a bit young for menopause.
I know.
What are you, 42?
42.
How are you menopausal?
I don't know.
Do you not think you would be just in a bad mood?
Well, it's going on, and I'm very, very warm all the time.
Have you been to the doctor?
Yeah, I went and got bloods done.
Have you got the patches?
No, I'm just going to take it out on him and go through it. I'm just going to... I feel like it's not that bad.
You're going to raw dog the menopause. I bet you nobody's ever said that.
My mum done it.
No, go and get the pills. I take estrogen tablets and because I'm sure you want to know my gynae issues, and then other stuff as well. You take the patches. They're good. They make your skin nice.
I just think that you just grin and bear it.
No, you don't have to, Roisin. It's not 1972.
But I think for years women have, that it's just kind of in our nature to just be like, I will just get up and get on with it.
No, you don't have to. Take the drugs.
I'm just warm and moody. I don't know. I don't know if I was ever not moody and not.
So then, whenever his parents start, then you're like.
No, they don't start, and I say to prefer they don't. They kind of leave me off to my own devices, and they probably should have maybe said a whole lot of things because I don't keep quiet an awful lot. But getting along with them for everybody is far, far easier than not getting along with somebody.
That's very true. Jane Hardy, what about your in-laws? Nice
very
people?
True. They were nice
First of all,
people.
Are they listening to this?
Well, two of them are late.
My mother-in-law won't know how to turn on a podcast, so I'm probably safe.
My mother-in-law was the one I first got on with, and she said to my husband, make sure you keep her. So that was nice.
Yes.
That was a compliment.
Yeah.
And initially, I didn't get on with my father-in-law. He didn't like my Englishness. And I remember, yes, they're both from here. Yes, my husband because
we are a bit funny about English people, aren't we?
It's because English people are just a bit funny.
My father-in-law,
not you, Jane.
The English girl.
was a dairy man, and I remember he picked us up from, I think, the station and brought us along Sandy Row, and he said, what do you think about this road, Jane? He said, I bet she doesn't know what it means. And of course, I didn't.
Did they know that you were a friend of Margaret Thatcher's at this point?
No, they didn't.
Oh, God,
no, that was
okay.
before. Right. I only interviewed her. I wasn't a friend.
You interviewed her?
But the funny thing was, as time went on, I became more friendly with my father-in-law, who was a great flirt. And I remember once we went out for a drinking session at the Egg, actually, and I said to my mother-in-law, I said, can I borrow your husband for the evening? And she said, yes, okay. And he talked about his early girlfriends and everything else and about his family. We bonded, yes. And I said to everybody afterwards, if he'd been 20 years younger and I'd been 20 years older, watch out, you know. Yes, we really got on. But the person, perhaps I better not say, but one of my other in-laws, one of my sisters-in-law, is a very domineering character, and she likes to take over. Now, the irritating thing is she's very good at what she does, and she's very good. She was a kind of head of IT for one of the London boroughs. And she's very good at DIY, so she will come and put up paintings for you, not necessarily where you want them to be put up. She'll come and put up a curtain for you and then it falls down, but then she'll come and put it up again. But she always comes round when she wants to and never when you want to. Right. And that is a slight problem.
That's just your politeness. That's not regular here, because anywhere else in Northern Ireland, she just told to mind her own. And
Exactly. Exactly, no.
But you're polite.
I'm polite, yes, I'm fairly polite.
that's why you're still friends with your in-laws?
Yes, it is, yes, I still am.
Now, Cara, you're new to this game, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting on the official title of in-laws. I'm patiently waiting for that wedding season. No. Not yet. Nope. I'm patiently waiting. We're together 3 years, but it's
Come on, Cal, get your finger out.
Don't I actually? Do you know what? I keep dropping him hints, but he's just not getting it.
Is he not getting it?
Nah.
Do you want me to have a word with him?
Yeah, you go. You have a word.
Anyway, so
Hey, Cal.
And he actually will, and no doubt my mother-in-law, well, she's not my mother-in-law yet, but no doubt she will. Like, we have the same name, which I actually do love that. I think it's class, but she's a house of all boys. So
you
like,
are the girl. Yes,
I am like the girl that's come in, and yes, fair enough. Like, she's Cal's mum at the end of the day. Like, my mum would take my side and absolutely everything. Like, she'll take his side and absolutely everything. But we've never had that in-law
Conflict.
like, maybe later on in life, you don't know.
Clash of the Titans.
My mummy always says it always comes about when kids get involved.
It is. This is what it's the clash of all. It's the clash of the parenting style. So you have a baby, and you're like, my child is not, because you know what you're like with your first child. Yeah. My child is only going to eat organic carrots. You know, you know an idiot you are whenever you first have a baby, and your mother-in-law's is giving them sugared water and rusks. And you know what? She's actually right, but you're being such a... There's no other word for it. Whenever you first have a baby, you're a bit of a dick, right? There is no other word for it, right? And your mother-in-law tries to feed the child rusks.
I remember sitting in Donegal, and my oldest wee boy's only 6 now, but I think he was 2. And we were at the restaurant, me and his daddy and him and all, and there's so much fun in our wee family. And there's kids behind him on iPads, and I was like, that's terrible. And do you see now, if I could squeeze an iPad in between his toes on each foot and both his hands, I would. Yeah. Just to get peace for 5 minutes. Because he has a wee brother now who is far worse than him, and he just takes over everything, and I'm like, oh my God, where are the devices? Is the Wi-Fi down? Why are they talking to me?
Why do I have to talk to these children?
That's quite interesting.
It is the feeding thing. It is the feeding thing. You're like, oh, they'll only eat this, and then fast forward 2 years, and they're having a bag of quavers on the way to school.
Yellow dinners. Yeah, or Cocoa Pop bars in the car.
But that's okay, because all new mums out there, they're going through this, and I do look at them. I
think too, the in-laws, you know, the mummies didn't work when they had children. They didn't have to, because the men were better, right? But the mummies didn't have to go and work all day. In every way. They were just better. But the mummies took care of the home, and children played outside a whole lot more than they do now, and things are different. And my mum's like my biggest critic, and you know, as all girl mums probably are. Yeah. And his mum would be a wee bit more kind of softer, but I think she's afraid to say anything in case I bite her head off. Yeah, that I've been going through for 40 years. But she's
Roisin hit the menopause age too.
That's just my personality at this point. It's just never going away. I don't know how I'm not divorced.
Well, I think on the flip of that, like, my boyfriend gets on so well with my daddy. Like, they are, like, when my dad first met him, he shook his hand and went, good luck. Like, my daddy shook my boyfriend's hand and went, good luck. It took my uncle to come around and give me, that fear that you think that your dad's going to do to your boyfriend. Mine didn't. And they get on so well. And I love that because I actually don't know how hard that would be if they didn't get on. And my mum will text him, like, I went away for the weekend to Blackpool for work. And she was texting him, like, oh, how are you getting on? Are you enjoying the peace and quiet and all? And I'm like, oh, right, that's okay. Like, I actually love that.
Let's ask Robin. Robin, a man's view, do you get on with your in-laws? Hand on the microphone.
No, I do actually. I do.
Can they see you?
They can't see me, they can hear me.
Oh, come in the frame.
So they can't. So I'm going to have to come.
Come in the frame.
I'll perch myself. To be seen on the camera, I'm going to have to show with Cara actually on this one.
Right, as a man, do you get on with your in-laws?
Yes, I do, yes.
Do you like them?
Yes, I do, yeah. I get on very well with Pauline's brother. I get on very well with Pauline's mum, who's no longer with us, but me and her get on very well. Yeah, I do, yeah.
You would be very hard to not get along with, though. So? I try really hard.
Yeah.
I just wondered whether it was like a woman thing, you know.
I avoid family celebrations and gigs. I don't do those. But on a one-on-one situation, I can do that.
But I think a party thing is always different anyway, isn't it? When you're sort of shoved in a family party.
That's just avoid parties now in general.
Do you? Roisin, come on now. Come on, Roisin.
That's because of the level of the wine going down, I think,
You
at
think so?
parties. Yes, I do.
It's harder stuff in my family. It's not just wine. It's like gin and vodka and... No, jeepers, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no.
Sometimes we just need a male perspective on this.
Yes.
How do you feel about Roisin going through the menopause and not taking any tablets?
Take the tablets, trust me. I've been through it. I know.
You've been with somebody that's been through it.
I know what it's like.
I don't think it's that bad. The people around me are disagreeing. I don't think it's that bad. I got a new mattress with cooling layers in it.
You're really bad.
I'm really warm all the time. It's the heat just
It might be something else. You might need to go and get checked out.
for what?
Something
Overheating? I don't know. No, it's not. It's just the flushes that come. They're hard.
You don't have to live like this, Roisin.
I don't. It should be near away by now.
But it's mad because when I learned about women's health, like the actual menopause thing is one day.
That's not.
The actual hormonal change happens in one day, but it's the months build up to it, and then just that one day, and then the come down from it is what lasts
It's a
longer.
lead up and then the come down.
Yes.
I don't have any symptoms because I'm medicated.
But do you not think that just delays it? Like that's just going to hit you well bang someday, and you'd have been over it when you were younger.
No, it doesn't delay it. It masks the symptoms, and then you go through the symptoms, and then there's nothing left. Yeah, and you're fine. And you're fine. No, like it.
And you never warn?
No, never. No, not one bit. Like I didn't really have any symptoms, but the doctor measured my estrogen. I got that done. And what was it like? Negligible.
I don't know. You get your bloods done, and you get them done like 6 months later.
It could be different. It could be. But they gave me because I had a coil. Hi, when this is Kim and talking about I had a coil giving me progesterone. And then I got estrogen and tablet. I'm sure you actually know about this, Rob.
I feel like I'm turning into Richard Madeley. He loves these kind of things, doesn't he?
Symptoms before you got coiling?
Not really. No, I didn't have symptoms. Why did? It's not uncomfortable. But no, I had the coil in for contraception.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I got it in about 32 after I had maybe a bit older after I had my kid.
Just when they replaced that, they put the...
Yeah, so they just kept on replacing it. And I remember the nurse saying to me, oh, this will see you through the menopause. And I'm not sure what she meant, but it is part of your HRT.
Yeah, there's a specific one because I have endometriosis and like I would need excess hormones, and it's the Mirena one that they would give them, and then when they go through menopause. Not anymore. I was psycho on it. But then I wasn't going through menopause. I was trying to deal with other issues, but I went psycho. Like I cried at everything. Like I cried at everything.
Did you cry at them videos of the soldiers coming home?
But I cried at them anyway.
I bawled. Did you see the dog ones?
Yeah, the dog
I
ones.
bawled at them. I just bawled at them.
When I had it and we went to Portugal, and like even the wee stray cats, like I don't like cats. And I was crying my eyes out. My friend was like, what is wrong? Or I'd lose the rag like that. Like that.
I just think that's my personality.
If anybody would like to know anything more about our gynae issues, please do ring in.
I don't have any gynae issues. I just have an overheating problem.
Roll the ident.
Local Women Magazine presents Local Women Podcast, the show for things that matter. Keeping an Eye on It podcast from Local Women Magazine.
Okay, ladies, last week we celebrated International Women's Day. Do we need International Women's Day? Jane Hardy.
Yes, we do, because every other day is International Men's Day.
Oh, she said it.
That's why we need it. And I think we need to celebrate the women whom we admire. And after all, we've got 2 women in charge here at the moment. And actually, I quite admire them, in a way.
Yes. But we
Michelle and Emma.
celebrate women every day in Local Woman. Because it is different for us though, because here at Local Woman, it's women in charge and we kind of do what we want. And men do give us advice and we're like, no. That is really how.
But do you get like a present on International? Would you wake up on International Women's Day, or did you wake up? It's International Women's Day. What do I do the day? You don't. You just you be a mum, or you be in work, or you be doing your job, or you be you just get.
I don't like the performative thing on International Women's Day. I don't like the sort of the pink, and like that nonsense.
Yes.
But I do think it is time to reflect. Maybe. What do you think, Cara?
I do think we need to look at the women that came before us and things like that. I think we have a lot of rights now because of women that fought so hard. I think they deserve to be recognised, but I think there's just a lot now. It's over commercialised. But I also think on the flip, I seen a thing the other day, the new queens that are going to come in now in Europe are all women. So it's like Spain, France, somewhere else, it's all going to be women. So I think as well, like celebrating that, like we've definitely took a major turn, but we have to look at the people that came before us. I think there's too much commercialisation on it now.
Like most things, there's too much commercialisation, and we do become a little bit blasé because we do forget that if we were sitting here, well, we wouldn't be sitting here 100 years ago. Let's face it,
That's the whole point.
And we do have to think of the woman in other countries.
Yes,
we wouldn't be in the position we're in economically and globally if women were in charge of all the countries.
True, very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that it's important to look back to the suffragettes. I mean, what you said, women who came before, who fought, who risked their lives, some of them,
they really did,
in order to get the vote. Women weren't allowed to own property, women weren't allowed to do lots of things that we absolutely take for granted now, and we shouldn't really.
We shouldn't. And whenever we look in Afghanistan that women are allowed to be hit and domestically abused and things like that, it's absolutely shocking. I mean, I don't know what we can do, very little apart from we can think about them.
I guess contribute to charities
in
those areas.
It's just awful. I mean,
it is
awful. But yeah, it is a time to look back. What it's not is a time to commercialise it, yes, what you talked about.
But I do love celebrating women in Northern Ireland because I love celebrating and being in rooms full of women where we do celebrate other women's achievements. I think that our culture now is to tear other women down, especially in Northern Ireland. I think it's tear anybody down. I think we're in that weird, you can only get to a certain point and then it's like, no, you need to come back down a peg or two. And I think when we celebrate women and their achievements, I think that's amazing. I think that's needed sometimes. Because sometimes I need a wee boost of somebody being like, you're actually doing a really good job. So
I keep saying this to Cara. Cara doesn't realise how fab she is. She's 23, she doesn't realise how fab she is. And I'm always telling her she doesn't get it.
Yeah, she's just too young.
She doesn't get it. And you will look back, right?
And the right temperature.
You will look back at pictures. I look back, there's this picture of me and it's on my student card. And I look back and go, look at me.
But you don't feel any different. Like I don't feel any different now than I did when I was 23. Not one bit different.
Inside,
warmer.
One doesn't feel any different, no. I think inside you still feel
It's just less estrogen.
15 or something,
Yeah. It's just, women should be
International
celebrated.
Women's Day is every day in Local Woman, and I do think it is hard for us at Local Woman to celebrate International Women's Day because we kind of do it every day.
Yes.
Men really don't. No, we're not men haters at Local Woman.
No.
They're just not really. Not real. That sounds really bad. They're not really relevant, but they are relevant. We love you, men. I like men.
But, yeah.
I like men. But Local Woman is not the place for men.
No.
So
But men didn't have to fight.
International Women's Day for
No.
a man. I've heard that.
Men didn't ever have to fight for what they got, but ever.
No, they were sort of given it. So yeah, every day is International Women's Day in Local Woman, and I guess that's a good thing. Thank you very much for coming in, ladies.
You're welcome.
To Roisin, to Cara, to the wonderful Jane, and Robin, of course, who told us all about that day that he went through the menopause.
Local Women Magazine presents Local Women Podcast, the show for things that matter.